How's it going, guys? And LGU guys, this is Kazzerscout here. I'm bringing you another commentary. This time it's going to be with the Org Silenced. I'm playing some Domination on Summit. Domination's probably one of my favourite game modes, and I've had my try-hard panties on recently. I've been totally going for it. Thought I'd throw a silencer on this, see how it went. Went pretty well. I'm going to give this commentary a subtitle. It's going to be called It's Raining Crates, because I'm running care packages and sentry guns and stuff. I thought I'd mix it up with the kill streaks, seeing as I've been playing like some competitive games. I just thought I'd put some like crazy class together and run some weird kill streaks and stuff. So this country's kind of been inspired by one of my friends and teammates, the Waster. We were talking recently about the Crysis 2 multiplayer demo, which came out on PSN recently, and I played that on 360 a while back when that came out, and I downloaded it again on PSN, and we had a bit of an argument about like how good the game was, and like whether I was actually good enough at the game to be discussing it or not, and so I thought I'd throw up a commentary and see what you guys think. So there've been plenty of games coming out recently following this sort of Call of Duty hype, and a lot of developers want to be getting in on the Call of Duty syndrome, where people are going to be putting out FPS games with all these customizable kill streaks and customizable classes and stuff like that. And people see that the formula has worked for Activision and Treyarch and Infinity Ward to make a ton of money, like the biggest selling games ever or whatever. And lots of developers like EA, people like that, they want to get in on this and they want to get a ton of money, and obviously that is the main goal for a developer and for a publisher like Electronic Arts, so on. And I've never really been a fan of many FPS games outside of the Call of Duty franchise, so I'm going to sound like a massive fanboy, but I played Killzone 2, I played that for a ton of time, and played Bad Company and Bad Company 2. I played Bad Company 1 on PS3, and then I played the second one on Xbox, so I kind of got another element of sort of playing across platforms there. And I've played this Crysis 2 demo, and I played in the beta for Killzone 3 as well. And the things that always strike me is that the control setups and the gameplay and everything, they don't seem as polished as what comes out in the Call of Duty franchise, and maybe that is because the publishers and Treyarch and people, they put a lot of effort into these games because they know if they produce a good game that's going to sell a ton of copies, and they're going to break world records and things like that for top selling games, and they're going to make a ton of money and they're going to make millions of dollars, etc. And kind of my friend said that he was used to these clunky shooters, and that I wasn't really entitled to be suggesting that these games weren't as good as Call of Duty if I wasn't really good enough to play them, which I accept his opinion there, of course, but let's see what you guys' opinions are, because I've seen a ton of videos on YouTube right now about Homefront, which came out. I know it's definitely on 360. I'm not sure whether it's on PS3, but there's a lot of commentators posting about Homefront and everything, and I've been watching these videos, and I don't really get the hype over games like this, and like the Medal of Honor reboot and Killzone 3, etc. And I know LGU is very Call of Duty orientated, but obviously I'm seeing a few other games sort of creeping in to Subbox recently, and I was going to try and get some Crysis 2 gameplay from the demo, and I wasn't really too impressed by it, and that's sort of the picture that I get from a lot of these new FPS games that are coming out. I'm never really that impressed by them, and sort of return to what you're used to, I guess, and you don't really want to have to learn a whole new game and a whole new setup, even though the controls and the style is similar. You don't really want to try and be good at a brand new game when you've already got these existing skills. So, and what I wanted to say about these new games is that I wasn't really impressed by them, and I'm kind of surprised that that games like Homefront are getting so much coverage on YouTube channels and stuff, considering that they're pretty clunky and they're not polished, and I don't really feel like the finished article. They don't feel like 2011. They feel more like a game that I would be playing in 2007. So kind of, I'm gonna move off that topic because I don't really have much to say about it. I suppose I'm just moaning and complaining like I usually do. But like I said, I've been tryharding recently.
And I've been kind of surprised by how fun it is watching videos of competitive gameplays and game battles and scrims and MLG and stuff, and it kind of got me pumped for using, you know, kind of like those weapon setups that people really don't like. These kind of people call them scrub weapons, you know, rocking the FAMAS and the AKU. Maybe not the AKU because that's not really that great anymore. So basically rocking the FAMAS and the AUG, which is pretty similar, and then kind of running these like lightweight sleight of hand ninja setups and just playing like proper game modes, playing some 4v4 and trying to be a bit more tactical using your callouts and gaining map control. And pardon me, that's because kind of what I was doing here. I was like, I knew I wanted to hold down B, and there's no reason to go for a 3 cap, so I was just pushing these guys in this area, and I think the sentry gun came into its own right here. Just put a sentry gun in that little room just there, and kind of play off the fact that I had a sentry gun, and it kind of served as an extra man, gave us like a 1-man advantage because those guys couldn't get through that main door to take B, and they had to go like summit side, and that was really good.
Yeah, so that's what I've been kind of been thinking about these competitive games. Really, there doesn't seem to be that competitive aspect coming into these new titles that are coming out. I'm looking at Homefront, Crisis 2, and I don't see this. There's such an overarching element of tactics and strategy and competitiveness that you get in Call of Duty, which is created by these tons of various game modes and the breadth of different players that are coming in and everything. And I kind of lose hope in the system, sort of the publishing, developing system provided by these publishers and the way that they go about it, because they are directly copying a game, and yet they're not doing it particularly well. It's just a second-rate copy, and I was kind of disappointed that after I'd gone from, you know, playing at like a high level of gameplay on the highest level of game out there in terms of FPS right now, you go down to this like secondary level that presented by these new titles, which just doesn't anywhere near equate to what you're going to be provided by Call of Duty. So I'm kind of I'm preaching to the masses right here, because I know that like the vast majority of people on LGU are going to be here for the Black Ops gameplay and everything, but that is the primary question of this commentary, and I've got I do like to pose questions to you guys when I post on LGU. What do you guys actually think about these new games that are coming out? Did you pick up Homefront, or are you going to be picking up Crisis 2? I don't know whether it's out in the US right now. I think it comes out on the 25th over here in the UK, so I was going to pick it up, but I don't think I'm going to be picking up now. But post down in the comments, do you prefer those games now that you've played them, or are you still coming back to Call of Duty like I am? And then secondarily, if you want to like post another comment or put an extra bit, tell me what you think of competitive gameplay. There's obviously a lot of variation in competitive gameplay, and the difference it presents to just public matches. And I really appreciate the way that Call of Duty presents that variation. You've got kind of a discussion going on right now in competitive circles of whether the Spectre is a good enough weapon to use in high-level gameplay now that the AK-74U has been pretty severely nerfed in terms of what it was before. It's still pretty powerful, but or do you guys see competitive as just kind of like a FAMAS fest? A lot of people do complain about everyone's just running the same perks and everyone's running the same weapons, and to be fair, competitive gameplay does remove some of the best aspects of the game. Essentially, you're not going to have customizable classes because everyone's running the same thing, and you're not going to have kill streaks because kill streaks are obviously disabled and everything. But yeah, anyway, that's a kind of bit of a rant about a ton of different stuff, but it's basically the end of the game. I picked up this HS-10 and I was like, couldn't find anyone. Got trapped to the corner, ran away, picked up an MP5, and then that's the end of the game. We won 200 points to 118. Don't forget about that comment. Leave a like on this if you would be so kind, and please check out my channel. Go sub. I got tons of commentaries on there, and thanks for checking this out. This is Kazzerscout. Peace out.